In the ever-evolving landscape of religious leadership, few figures have garnered as much attention and controversy as Pastor Ron Carpenter. Renowned for his dynamic sermons and expansive mega-church, Carpenter has recently become the center of a heated debate that has left both his congregation and the broader public questioning the ethical boundaries of faith and technology. The AI prayer app controversy. In late 2024, Pastor Carpenter introduced an innovative tool to his ministry, an AI-powered application designed to offer personalized prayers and spiritual guidance to users. Marketed as a means to provide round-the-clock support to his congregation, the app promised to emulate Carpenter's pastoral care through artificial intelligence. However, what was initially presented as a groundbreaking fusion of faith and technology quickly drew criticism. Detractors labeled the app a scam, arguing that it commodified spiritual practices and distanced believers from genuine, personal communion with God. Critics contended that relying on an eye for prayer could undermine the authenticity of one's spiritual journey. The backlash was swift and vocal. Many accused Carpenter of exploiting his followers' faith for financial gain, suggesting that the app was more a revenue-generating tool than a genuine spiritual aid. Concerns were also raised about the implications of replacing human pastoral care with artificial intelligence, potentially eroding the personal connection that is foundational to many religious experiences. The controversy has sparked a broader conversation about the role of technology in religious practices. While some argue that innovative tools can enhance spiritual engagement, others caution against the potential for misuse and the erosion of authentic human connections. Conclusion. The debate surrounding Pastor Ron Carpenter's iPrayer app serves as a poignant example of the challenges that arise at the intersection of faith and technology. As religious communities navigate these uncharted waters, the importance of maintaining ethical integrity and prioritizing genuine human connection remains paramount. Ron Carpenter, a name synonymous with dynamic sermons, megachurch leadership, and a commanding stage presence, has long been a figure of admiration and scrutiny. Leading Redemption Church, one of the largest and most influential congregations in the United States, Carpenter's rise to prominence was fueled by his ability to connect with audiences on a deeply emotional and spiritual level. For decades, he cultivated a reputation as a visionary pastor, blending traditional Christian doctrine with innovative approaches to ministry. However, the very traits that propelled him to fame, his entrepreneurial spirit and penchant for unconventional solutions, would later cast a shadow over his legacy. Accusations of financial mismanagement, questionable ethical practices, and the controversial embrace of technology would spark a firestorm of debate, threatening to upend his empire. A visionary or an opportunist? To understand the controversy surrounding Ron Carpenter, it's essential to unpack his dual identity as both a spiritual leader and a businessman. Redemption Church's growth from a modest congregation to a sprawling megachurch was not solely the result of preaching. Carpenter's ability to market his ministry, attract funding, and expand its reach through media and technology played an equally significant role. This blend of ministry and commerce, while not uncommon in modern religious organizations, often raises eyebrows. Critics argue that Carpenter's entrepreneurial focus blurred the lines between serving God and profiting from faith. His supporters, on the other hand, view his strategies as necessary adaptations to the demands of a rapidly changing world, the alleged scam, breaking down the claims. The term scam carries heavy connotations, implying deceit, exploitation, and the betrayal of trust. In Carpenter's case, the allegations stem from several key issues. The iPrayer app, as noted earlier, Carpenter's foray into artificial intelligence was framed as a bold step forward. The app promised users customized prayers, spiritual advice, and even sermon recommendations tailored to their needs. While many were initially intrigued, it wasn't long before skeptics began to dissect the app's true purpose. Monetization over ministry. One of the most significant criticisms was the app's subscription model, which required users to pay a monthly fee for premium features. Many felt that this commercial approach undermined the spiritual nature of prayer, reducing it to a transaction rather than a sacred act. Privacy concerns. The app's use of data analytics to generate personalized recommendations also raised concerns. Users questioned how their information was being stored, analyzed, and potentially monetized. Dehumanization of faith. For many, the idea of relying on an algorithm for spiritual guidance felt impersonal and even sacrilegious, eroding the essence of a direct relationship with God. Financial transparency issues. Beyond the app, Carpenter faced mounting questions about the financial practices of Redemption Church. Allegations included misallocation of funds. Critics claimed that donations meant for charitable purposes were instead funneled into lavish renovations, personal expenses, and questionable investments. Extravagant lifestyle. Carpenter's lifestyle, including luxury vehicles, a sprawling estate, and frequent international travel, was seen by some as inconsistent with the humility expected of a pastor. Unclear accounting. Former staff members and auditors reportedly raised concerns about a lack of transparency in the church's financial statements, fueling suspicions of mismanagement. 3. Misleading promises. Several congregants and former employees accused Carpenter of making grand promises, such as funding community outreach programs and supporting underprivileged families that were either partially fulfilled or abandoned altogether. This perceived betrayal of trust further eroded his standing among critics. The fallout. Congregational reactions from many members of Redemption Church. The allegations felt like a personal betrayal. Longtime congregants who had invested not just money but also their faith and loyalty in Carpenter's vision found themselves grappling with difficult questions. Some chose to leave the church, seeking spiritual guidance elsewhere, while others doubled down on their support, dismissing the criticisms as attacks from detractors. This divide mirrored a broader tension within the Christian community, the struggle to reconcile modern innovations and financial realities with the core principles of humility, selflessness, and service. The role of technology in modern ministry. Carpenter's embrace of technology, while controversial, also reflects a broader trend in contemporary Christianity. From live-stream sermons to Bible apps and virtual worship services, technology has become an integral part of religious practice. However, the balance between innovation and integrity remains delicate. Potential benefits. Proponents argue that tools like Carpenter's app can democratize access to spiritual resources, reaching people who might not otherwise engage with a church. Ethical pitfalls. Critics warn that over-reliance on technology risks commodifying faith, turning deeply personal experiences into impersonal transactions. Broader implications for megachurches. The controversies surrounding Ron Carpenter are not unique to him alone. They reflect a broader set of challenges faced by megachurches, including accountability. With immense financial resources and influence, megachurches often operate with limited oversight, creating opportunities for misuse. Cultural criticism as symbols of wealth and power. Megachurches frequently attract criticism for being out of touch with the communities they serve.